Good evening, students. In today's class, we are going to discuss need to study sociology of education. Every society has its changing socio-cultural needs. Every society has its own changing socio-cultural needs, and it requires an education to meet these changing demands of society, of nation. So, today's needs are conservation of resources, environmental protection, and global citizenship. Therefore, education caters towards meeting of these changing needs, these different needs. So, the needs of the society change according to social change. Education also change. There is a need for studying sociology of education because it helps in understanding work of school and teachers and its relation with society, social progress and development. If we want nation to progress, society to move forward on the path of success, or nation to develop, its people needs to be educated. There should be proper education system which ensures equal right for education of all citizens, like right to education, compulsory education for all. So it should ensure that. Effect of social elements on the working of school and society. Effects of social elements on the life of individuals. Social elements can be anything. Anything which is a part of this society, which is related to society, which was originated within this society. So, social elements. It affects working of school and society. Social elements affects working on the life affects life of individuals. Construction of curriculum in relation to the cultural and economic needs of the society. Democratic ideologies present in different countries. Need for understanding and promoting international culture. Development of society through the formulation of various rules and regulations and understanding of culture and traditions. Need for promotion of social adjustment. The effect of social groups, their interrelation and dynamics on individual. Or we can understand it through the following points, like socialization. It is important to study the process of socialization which occurs through schools, social systems, through which a child is socialized or taught behavioral norms, social norms to adjust himself or herself in this society or to be a part of this society. Inequality, study how social inequalities impact educational opportunities and outcomes. It helps to understand different types of educational institutions which provides education such as public, private or alternative schools or adult education centers, distance learning centers, school organization, how schools are structured and managed, including the role of teachers, administrators and other staff, how curricula are developed and how teaching methods impact student learning and engagement, how family background, socio-economic status, and parental involvement affect educational outcomes. Peer influence, study the impact of peer influence or peer groups on students' academic performance and behavior. Community context, how community resources and social capital influence educational success. There is a need to study educational sociology to understand educational inequality and to remove barriers which are often there and which should be removed, or access and opportunities should be ensured to ensure participation of maximum number of students. Access and opportunity, disparities in access to educational resources and opportunities among different social groups and why such disparities exist. These things are needed to study. Examine gaps in academic achievement between different demographic groups and the factors contributing to these gaps. Teachers' expectations and biases which affect student performance and their self-esteem. There is a need to study educational psychology to explore how education contributes to or hinders social mobility and individuals' ability to improve their socio-economic status in this society. How education contributes to the stability and functioning of the society by preparing individuals for roles within the social system. And according to another theory, which is conflict theory, it also tries to analyze how education perpetuates social inequalities and serves the interest of dominant group. Then, just another theoretical framework, how individuals' interactions with educational settings shape their experiences and identities. There is a need to study educational psychology because it helps to understand global perspective across different countries, to understand global patterns and issues in the field of education and educational systems of other countries. International education policies, it examines how international policies and agreements impact education system around the world. It also helps us to engage with current trends of society, like role of technology, which is current and need of the hour. You might have seen use of mobile phones, use of computers, use of technology. It is enhanced. It has enhanced. It has increased by students in transforming educational practices and addressing disparities. Study, it helps to study contemporary efforts to promote equity and inclusion in education, such as diversity training and anti-bias programs. So, before summing up, we will go through some important or key points. Sociology as a discipline is the scientific study of man in the society of relationships. It is not in vacuum, it comprises of several subsystems which man interact with as a prime purposeful survival. There are several functions which sociology stands to perform in the society. It stands as a link between the subsystems in the society. It analyzes and clarifies the relationships within the society. Sociology of education emphasizes the analysis of sociological processes involved in educational institutions and the application of general principles of findings of sociology to the administration and process of education. Then there are keywords and assessment. In our next session, we'll cover another topic, scope of educational sociology.